a disappointment. Let's see. I'll just have to fix that. What you got there, Randolph?
Skittles mix, Skittles mix.
Ooh.
I'm trying to build a sandcastle and a card castle at once.
A sand castle and a card castle. That's
Yeah.
cool.
What could possibly go? Shoot!
You're gonna have to show us a picture of your sand castle, card castle.
Just a bunch of mess all over the walls. It's pretty much that.
Oh man. So Pinky has been absent the last couple of weeks. He was in Vegas, and he had a gig one of those nights. I think the first Tuesday. No, that's how it went. Oh, I better pay attention to what I'm doing here. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, 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 hi. It's Tuesday. I am Elaine, and this is the Ruby Tuesday show. And let's see, what do I have to say? Let's just say, if you're here watching the show in Chapel Hill, Scarborough, or Durham, and you don't want to just watch TV, you would rather participate with TV, give or send an email to thinkelaine@yahoo.com, and I will tell you how to be on the show, and you can be in the live chat and participate with everybody when we make our Baldy Dash words and our caption contest words, and just participate with everybody here in the live show. And I also want to invite everybody who's in the live audience right now to stick around for the after show, the after 55-minute, after 58-minute, I believe it is, show, because we're going to have more fun later on. And that little giggle that you just heard there belongs to Randolph. How you doing tonight, Randolph?
I'm doing good, thank you. I was just going to type and say hi to Pinky and hi to Evil Fact Man.
Evil Fact Man, yeah.
There we go. That saves me typing.
Well, anything to save the typing. So how's everything in London?
It's Paralympic-y now. It was Olympic-y, now it's Paralympic-y. It's been pretty hot. It's been really quite hot.
Really? Like, you have Celsius, right?
Yeah, we had several Celsius. I think we had 32 of them at the same time the other day. Possibly even more.
Oh my gosh, you just sounded like John Lennon to me. You just took...
Yeah.
Well, every week I ask Randolph a question, and tonight I'm going to ask Randolph a question, and that would be, when a guy says, go make me a sandwich, what's a good comeback?
What's a good comeback? Well, to give them a really well-made sandwich.
Okay. And here's another one for you. What do you think of garden gnomes?
Garden gnomes. I don't entirely trust them because, like, I've noticed when you have like two or more garden gnomes, the number of pink flamingos starts gradually reducing.
Ah.
And there's theories that the gnomes are all actually little clay forms of these spirits from Germany.
Yeah.
And that at night time they all actually wake up and become alive.
Wow. That's kind of scary.
What they say.
Well.
Yeah. So I don't entirely trust them. I mean, if they're just fishing, that's cool. You know, no problem there.
Well,
It's when they get up to shenanigans.
Shenanigans. I like that word. We need to have that for a Baldy Dash word.
Oh, Pinky says they steal and they soil the bathroom.
Oh, and Newt says his dad was a track official for the U.S. Paralympics trials this year.
Mm-hmm.
Dare I ask you another question? I think I'll wait and save it for next week.
I saw there was a film here on the BBC about the birth of the Paralympics. You know, the guy who kind of first set it up.
Yeah.
And it was a hospital for patients with spinal problems.
Uh-huh.
And he was all like, yeah, it'd be really good for our patients if we all made them race in wheelchairs. But let's make it a worldwide thing. Awesome. Yeah. And that's what happened, apparently.
How long is it?
But the first disabled Olympic athlete was a very, 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 very long time ago, like 1904 or something. And it was a runner with a metal leg.
A metal leg, a
A
prosthetic.
metal leg. A winning runner with a metal leg.
So they've been
And
around
that-
for a long time. How
In
come?
the regular Olympics, I mean.
Oh,
The first disabled Olympian was in the regular Olympics a very long time
Really?
ago, competing against everybody else. Yeah.
well, that's fantastic. Very cool. Thank you for that. We learned something from Randolph tonight.
Well, that's what's happened in England.
Alrighty, let's see. I don't have any video extra anythings. We are just going to get right into Baldy Dash. I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Hi, everybody. And let's just do a little... Oh, you want to tell everybody what the safe word is?
Durien.
Yeah, do you know what the definition of durian is?
It's a stinky tropical fruit
I
tree.
thought it was the stink fruit, but it is
Yep.
See, I wrote down the definition someplace. Where did I put it?
Any tree of the genus what's name and fruits thereof.
I think it was Tommy who said that. Oh my God, look how big that is. No, Tommy didn't say that, but Tommy said that the durian is actually the king of the fruit. Okay, enough of that. Oh, okay, go away, clear that out. Okay, now, let me see. I must have my, there we go. Hopefully we're all set. You know what that little video means? That this is a smash up of Baldy Dash and the caption contest. And I think that I'm going to have to make a new video intro for the games now, because we have added this before the punchline game. So maybe I need to do something totally, you know what? I'm going to start out with a caption picture. Let's see if I can't find one. I'm sure I can find one. I know I can find one.
Should we have some background music?
Yes, we shall. We shall.
Okay, I'm not sure if I can read that. It looks like it says the Yulta Inn.
Well, we just want to ignore that. But can you see who that is? And this probably, I don't know. I found
No,
this
it looks
one.
like a young Joseph Stalin.
It's Stalin and Churchill.
Was it? I can't recognize Churchill.
Churchill's on the right.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Churchill.
Okay.
Pinky says.
Pinky says, I smell asparagus.
Something just fell.
What?
Shattered.
Oops.
Oh.
Okay. Tommy says, yeah, England ain't so small now. Nick says, is that a cigar in your hand, or are you happy to see me?
How's that music, guys?
Pinky says, I just had it out with the PM. Saul says, the Yulta Inn, where great minds piss together.
Oh, man. You guys are so good at this. And I don't think Luna's going to be here tonight. I think she is busy packing to move.
To move? Oh, really?
To move, yeah.
Newt says, Hannibal Lecter fights communism. And Tommy says, everything went great until they turned to shake hands.
course. What are you looking at? Oh my gosh.
Layer dip.
You know what? Whenever I hear this song
Almost
from
gone.
Newt, it is subliminal because of course you want to have some 7-layer dip if you like Mexican food the way I like Mexican food. Tex and I really like Mexican food. We always, when we go out to eat, we always have we always have some good Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
Ay,
I like
fine.
Mexican food. Pinky says it puts the lotion on its... Evil Fact Man says, oh wow, Evil Fact Man wins a prize with someone wrote Free Pussy Riot on the stall. What does that mean?
All right.
Churchill says this Parkinson's disease makes peeing a real
I
drag.
gotta move this over. Okay.
Tommy says, Stalin says, as he checks out Churchill's butt, nice rum.
Oh, you guys are really good, guys. Okay, this is, I'm going to get you a, before the punchline. And what I'm
There's no
asking
more
you to
chips.
do is to,
Oh, I'm supposed to eat the rest
is
of the
to,
food.
where is it? Is to come up with the feed line to this punchline.
Man,
There you go.
very famous 7-layer dip.
Oh,
Good.
Oh, we have more still. Newt says, in
do.
Russia, you don't flush toilets. Toilet flushes you. Pinky says, this is Britain's finest urinal.
urinal.
That's what we say, yeah. Saul says, Stalin says, hey Yoshin, the myth is true. I would just like to call on the Holy Virgin Mary to save us from Vladimir Putin.
Putin. He's quite a man's man, isn't he?
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty man.
How was the pub tonight, Randolph?
It was reasonable. We didn't have Bobby Valentino, the fiddling sensation.
You didn't?
Made do without him.
How does anybody
the
replace?
The drummer and the frontman have made up since last week.
Ah, that's nice. So you want to read that punchline, Randolph, and we'll see if we can't seed the waters here.
Okay. Right. The punchline is, look, I'm still a dog. Just because I speak and hang out at bars doesn't mean I can't feverishly lick the sweat from my own balls. And Tommy says, do you have to do that after eating the peanuts? Tommy, wouldn't you be more worried if it was doing it before eating the peanuts? Pinky says, Tiger Woods after a particularly hot golf round. I am mystified now. Tiger Woods, after a particularly hot golf round, says, look, I'm still a dog. Just because I speak and hang out at bars doesn't mean I can't feverishly lick the sweat from my own balls.
I guess it doesn't have to make sense. It's just funny.
Okay. Saul says, after his arrest, Randy Travis made a statement. Look, I'm still a dog. Just because I speak and hang out at bars doesn't mean I can't feverishly lick the sweat from my own balls.
Oh, okay.
Who's Randy Travis?
Randy Travis. Did you see his mugshot?
Who's Randy?
Who's Randy Travis? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
He's a country singer who's been around for like 30 years or so, and he was found naked and drunk laying on the road, and he was arrested and had a black eye and everything. So
Really?
yeah. Yeah.
That
The
doesn't seem very
nakedness is...
controversial.
Well, the fact that he's naked is just makes headlines, I guess. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to find a body dash word that I'm fairly confident that we haven't done before, because some of these I just don't know. I'm going to have to...
Saul's going to help me with my country accent. Nick says, sounds like Thursday nights to me. Tommy says, the dancer paid the dog $50 to leave because he was getting bigger tips.
Okay.
The dancer paid the dog $50 to leave because he was getting bigger tips.
And then the joke is...
The dog said, look, I'm still a dog. Just because I speak and hang out at bars doesn't mean I can't feverishly lick the sweat from my own balls.
Yeah, so the way this goes for, I don't know if Nick has been here when we've done this particular game, but this is the punchline, and so you guys come up with the line before, the feed line, to make this a joke.
Newt says, look, Snoopy, the doctor said... Sorry. Newt says, look, Snoopy, the doctor said to reduce your salt. And Snoopy said, look, I'm still a dog. Just because I speak and hang out at bars doesn't mean I can't feverishly lick the sweat from my own balls.
That works! Yay! Big thumbs up!
Pinky says, Rin Tin Tin said after a gourmet meal, look, I'm still a dog. Just because I speak and hang out in bars doesn't mean I can't feverishly lick the sweat from my own balls. Nick says, the bar food was so bad. The bartender said, hey, what are you doing? And the customer said, look, I'm still a dog. Just because I speak and hang out at bars doesn't mean I can't feverishly lick the sweat from my own balls.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here is a baldy dash word that I'm hoping that you haven't seen before. So here we go. Squabish.
Nick says, to get rid of the taste of the bar food. The word is squabosh. Squabosh.
Squabash.
Squabash.
Squabash. Squabash cannonball.
Squabash.
The Squabash cannonball. I like that.
You go with that. You go with that.
I like it.
Okay.
I don't know
the
what it means.
Squabash cannonball run.
Oh my God.
Squarebash.
Squabash. You could do a Bugs Bunny thing, Squabish. Squabish or Elmer Fudd, Squabish.
Mm. Tommy says, of course I lick my own balls. I just ate a squabish.
Oh my God.
Pinky says, having a fish butt.
A fish butt.
Mm.
Does that mean you have one as if you own one, or it's part of your anatomy, your anatomy, or is it because you just ate one, or what?
Squabash. I'm not quite sure. Newt says, domestic violence on the reservation. A squab bash, maybe.
Squabash.
Nick says, what? No, you do, Nick.
Nick's? He got squabish football. Come together right now over me. He got, let's see, how's that go?
Oh, he got squabish football. That one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Saul says, I would much prefer a squall fest. Tommy says it's a country music mosh pit.
You guys are good.
Evil Fat Man says what Romney's supposed friends are doing to his campaign, putting the squabosh to it. Pinky says the game that Hermione and Harry played in the closet.
Hey, I got a question. If Harry Potter was a wizard, why did he need to wear glasses?
Because the extent of Hermione's wizardry was Oculus Reparo to fix glasses, not Oculus Visibilo to make his eyes work.
You're a genius, Randolph. You're a flippin' genius.
I don't know. That's all I remember from the first film. His glasses are broken. Instead of curing his eyes, she fixes his glasses.
Oh my god.
Nick says he got that half off at Lens Crafters.
Half off at Lens Crafter. Oh my god.
Tommy says squabash is the sound your balls make when you close them in a door. I'm glad to say I've not actually done that, Tom. I'm sorry for your loss.
Wow. You don't ever want to do that. But if you do close your balls in a door, make sure that you have a microphone and get a soundbite.
And say squabash.
Okay, here is...
Nick says it's the name for the uniballer.
Oh.
And Pinky says it's the name for the smell created when you cut open a durian.
I need to go over this way a lot more. Okay. Okay, here's a new picture for you guys. Who's this singing, Randolph?
Wow. What's that?
Who's this singing?
I can't hear the music. Hang on.
You can't hear the music. Oh, this is you singing Lighter Shade of Pale.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah,
Is this
I have permission to do that.
Is this a Paralympic sport?
I trouble understanding what that is. I understand the pool table part.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, I kind of got the pool table part.
I think they just don't have any legs for the pool table. I wonder how do you keep that table level, for heaven's sakes?
Tommy says a human pinball machine. Oh, Nick knows. Nick says it's Japanese bug zapper billiards. That makes sense. That explains everything.
It's perfect.
Newt says the Masse mask. Or Massey mask.
Boy, the music seems awfully loud to me. Is it loud to anybody else?
I can't hear the music.
You can't hear
Pinky
music.
says pool table. Saul says now you know how the monkeys feel.
Oh, monkeys.
Nick says Bukaki funeral.
I'm going to ask y'all in the chat.
Pinky says opening scene for a Thai art film. Ruby's talking to Ali. Nick says you are welcome to use that at a 2% commish. Newt says it is only thanks to their long tongues that these men can eat from the corner pockets. Right, is it just me, or is the one in the back corner in the pocket, practically?
I'm going to make it bigger.
They don't seem quite evenly spaced.
Well, I don't know how you're going to keep this a fair game of pool because,
I don't
yeah,
see how you can even play pool in those conditions. The one in the back's in the pocket.
well, the guy on the right's not even close to the pocket.
Mm-hmm. Pinky says, the music is too loud, I can't read the chat.
Okay, here's a new word for you guys. Oh, and it's all the way up there, of course. Oh, no, this is not a word. This is a punchline. I forgot that I have a mouse.
It's more than one word. And the pigeon was like, hey man, don't be getting all up in my guano.
So you guys come up with the feeder line for this punchline.
Tommy says this is what happens after you close the door on your balls.
Hi, Tex.
Nick says looks like a B-grade hostile movie.
It's funny, this happened a couple times last week that when somebody enters the room, enters the chat, it happens to be their song playing. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tex.
Nick is saying saw. Maybe for the picture?
From the picture, yeah.
Nick says, stop pooping on my beamer. And the pigeon was like, hey man, don't be getting all up in my guano. Tommy asks, what did the pigeon say at the proctologist's office? Of course, the pigeon was like, hey man, don't be getting all up in my guano.
Oh, you guys are good. You guys are good. While you're working on that, I'm going to find another baldy dash word.
Saul says, so the pigeon said to the statue, hey man, don't be getting all up in my guano. Okay, Pinky says something like I was all, and then I went, and then she was like all, and then I gave the bird a colonoscopy, and he went, hey man, don't be getting all up in my guano. Newt says, after the statue broke his pose and his silence, he addressed the pigeon, and the pigeon was like, hey man, don't be getting all up in my guano. Tommy says, golfer mistake pigeon for ball washer.
Yeah.
And the pigeon was like, hey man, don't be getting all up in my guano. Nick says, Randolph's voice is disappearing.
I turned my volume down because that music is so loud in my ears.
Oh, you might have turned the whole volume.
No, I just turned down my own volume on my laptop. Nothing on the mixer.
Yeah, that might affect everything.
Really?
That should be on max. When you're broadcasting, your laptop volume should be on max.
Well, I gotta do something about this music because it's just too loud for me.
I can't hear the music.
I know you can't hear the music. Yeah, I don't like it that it has. Maybe I can do it. No, that didn't work. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to live with it.
Oh, okay. Apparently the music volume and me went down, so instead of turning your system sound, go to the music player. And
That's where I've been.
Sound.
Remember when we had this discussion last week with Media Monkey?
Yeah.
And it only goes off of the click of the mouse scrolly thing. So
you can click on it, or you can use the mouse wheel to scroll.
Well, I can only mute it, and if I click on it,
or you can click and drag to anywhere you want on the volume part.
It doesn't... Okay. Oh, thank God. Good. Thank you.
Saul was all happy with how it sounds anyway. Pinky says, turn the monkey up.
Okay. Is everything okay now? Everything okay?
I think so. Nick says, hey man, don't be getting all up in the lane's guano.
Okay, I got a new word for you. I got a new baldy dash word for you. Here you go.
Tommy says, while trying to fix the volume by tweaking the pigeon, it's an oocephalus.
Ooh. Oocephalus. Something like that. Yeah. I was thinking of Bocephus. I think that is, Bocephus is Hank William Jr.'s nickname for something that he likes. He likes to be called.
Mm-hmm. Bocephalus is a horse.
Ocephalus is a horse, really?
Bocephalus.
Oh, Bocephalus, okay.
If you have an oocephalus, you should probably go to a clinic. Tommy says an octopus with 8 middle legs is an oocephalus. Nick says the girls went to watch the Chippendales and Elaine said, ooh, cephalus. Saul says oocephalus is a good reason to wear a condom. Ruby says this is Nick's song, and Nick says that is a great guitar guy. Evil Fat Man says he was tired of being called an egghead, so he went out and bought an oocephalus t-shirt. Newt says Mr. O'Cephalus is a real Richard. Tommy says this is what you get from having sex with monkeys.
Tommy,
After
don't do
slamming
that.
the balls in a door, yeah.
Don't do that, Tommy.
Nick says, what does this word mean?
You're going to have to Google it, Nick.
I'm not sure that's a word.
Just Google it and see what happens.
I'm doing it. It's a word.
What does it mean?
Apparently a egghead, a person or animal with an egg-like head.
Well, there you go. That's why Evil Fat Man, who's an educator, knows this stuff, because he actually said tired of being called an egghead. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
I hope Trillo's here tonight, because I want to ask him what perpendicular means.
It's when your dick's purple. Wait, what did you say? Oh,
Perpendicular.
That's when you're upright and straight.
I'm going to get you guys a new picture for the caption contest, guys. Uh-oh.
Newt says, can I find it if my safe search is set to the max? Why on earth would anyone set their safe search to the max? Jeez.
Why? He has
Evil
kids.
Fat Man says, you never learn anything that way. Evil Fat Man says, anything that starts with ooh has something to do with eggs.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Okay.
What about ooh?
Yeah,
I guess
absolutely.
that's too juvenile. That was too...
That's how you call the eggs. in egg season.
I'll be calling you.
At the beginning of the egg festival, everyone goes, ooh.
Pinky says...
He does. Should I say that? Pinky says, having a tonsillectomy from Dr. Quackenbuck. Tommy says, it took 3 men and this pitchfork to get me to pass this thing.
That's good. Oh, you know we're listening to Iron Saul right now. Oh. Iron Saw says colon cleanse is not just a treatment. It's the reason I'm still alive.
Evil Fatman says, gonna need a whole bunch of cheddar cheese.
For a baked potato? I think, is that where it's gonna go? Baked potato?
I hope so.
Well, when you talk about colon cleanse and then a bunch of cheddar cheese, I just don't know where it's going. I don't know if it's connected or not.
Newt says, sighting is egg sitting. Or exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nick says, I beat testicular cancer.
Oh my god. What are we on? Are we on...
Newt says, Northern Japan finds a new export. And Pinky he says, Saul should read, you got some of them taters back there?
Oh, it jumped. Go back.
Newt says, I like them taters. Fatman says, oocyte is the science word for egg or the female gamete, which comes from the female gonad.
School is in session. That's cool. I like it.
Saul says French fried potatoes.
I want to see this guy a little bit bigger. Just.
Evil Factman, what's wrong with ovum? That's a perfectly good word.
Yep.
It's all sciencey, it means egg, what's the problem? Oocyte.
I just want to know, is that a russet? Okay, here is...
Newt says, Mom said I should wash between my toes, but I never believed her. Tommy says, damn dinosaurs just poop anywhere.
I closed the wrong...
Pinky says, no, it's a Yukon Gold. And Fatman says, yes, it is a good word, but not as funny looking as oocyte. I agree. Certainly not as funny looking.
Here's your new...
Fatman says, plus, gonad always brings the house down in junior high. Yeah, I was expecting a bigger laugh on gonad, to be honest. But you had me at gamete.
Here is a new punchline, guys.
And that's how Newt won 3rd prize at the Guam International Sheep Herding Contest. And Newt says, gonads!
You know, there was...
And that's how Newt won 3rd prize at the Guam International Sheep Herding Contest. Oh, I missed one, sorry. Pinky said, he said gonad. And that's how Newt won third prize at the Guam International Sheep Herding Contest. Tommy says, after dressing up as a ram and spraying himself with hemp, that's how Newt won third prize at the Guam International Sheep Herding Contest.
Third prize.
Yeah.
Third prize.
Tough crowd. Fatman says, juggling some oocytes while corralling the sheep was quite a feat, and that's how Newt won third prize at the Guam International Sheep Herding Contest. Soul says it's the latest version of the something pump, and that's how Newt won third prize at the Guam International Sheep Herding Contest. Newt says there were only 2 other contestants, and that's how Newt won third prize at the Guam International Sheep Herding Contest. Man from Texas says the sheep feverishly licked the sweat off of his balls, and that's how Newt won third prize at the Guam International Sheep Herding Contest. Newt says, my last name is Shepherd, I should get first prize. Pinky says, suddenly the car slammed on its brakes, and a man dashed into Ruby Tuesdays holding the front of his pants as everyone cheered. And that's how Newt won third prize at the Guam International Sheep Herding Contest. Nick says, that'll do, pig, that'll do.
No, but I gotta remind everybody that the Ruby Tuesdays that Pinky is referencing in his comment, I do believe is from the picture of Newt being in Ruby Tuesdays when he was...
in the disabled parking spot.
Yeah. That was a few weeks ago.
Was he holding the front of his pants? I didn't notice
I don't think he was holding the front of his pants. Brew here.
Maybe he hadn't yet slammed his balls in a door, and that's how he won the third prize at the Guam International Sheep Herding Contest.
Did I see...
Brew Chugger.
Brew Chugger is here, but it says Bray
Chugger.
Chugger.
Bray Chugger. Evil twin of Brew Chugger. It's an imposter.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Wreck Hugger.
Something like that. Okay, are you ready for another Baldy Dash word? I got one. Here you go. Uglyography.
Wow. Now Brew Chugger spelled correctly has joined chat.
Yes. Broad Chugger. Oh, it was good to see you, Brew. You must be back at school.
Uglyography.
Oh, gosh.
We're coming, our brave little band. On the right side of temperance, we do take our stand.
Tommy says it's the study of ugly sheep. Brew Chugger says it's a book about the band Chicago.
Oh, you guys are good.
Nick says it's the study of waking up to women after a long night of drinking.
Aw, poor women.
I know.
Aw.
Hungover Nick in bed in the morning, jeez.
Okay, I'm gonna find a new punchline.
Pinky says it's the autobiography of Keith Richards and Wal Weather.
Oh my God.
Nick says it's a set of all my music.
Ah.
Until he gets tight.
Away with rum. You ready for a new punchline? Because I got one. I got one. Here is your punchline.
Never drink Coke 'cause it's made from cocaine. You might as well shoot it into your veins. Oh, can you imagine the sorry of thine that are rocking your teeth while blowing your
And the punchline is, and that's when the detective asked Nick, did Dick Pickens prick his pinky picking cheap, clean peaches from an inch of pinch, or framing his famed French Finch photos?
Okay. Nick's still talking about his box set of music, and Pinky has that one. Tommy says, after I figure out the question, or after we figure out the question, that's when the detective would ask Nick.
Go ahead, try it. Try it, Randolph.
Okay, Nick says, seriously, Dick Pickens told me he loved me. And that's when the detective asked Nick, did Dick Pickens prick his pinky pickling cheap cheap peaches in an inch of pinch, or framing his famed French Finch photos? No, there's still some inflection there, isn't there? Newt's rejoined chat.
He must have had to go outside for something.
Newt says, Peter Piper peeked in the pickled parlour. And that's when the detective asked Nick, did Dick Pickens prick his pinky pickling cheapling peaches in an inch of pinch, or framing his famed French Finch photos?
Oh, you were brilliant, Randolph. You were flippin' brilliant.
No, it still doesn't sound like a question. Hang on. I'll get it.
Did Dick Pickens prick his pinky picking cheap, clean peaches in an inch of pinch, or framing his framed French Finch photos?
Are you doing Watson now?
I don't know. I'm just trying to do it slow enough that I can read it.
Okay, sources. So a drunken Nick told the officer, you can't say anything I can't repeat. And that's when the detective asked Nick, did Dick Pickens prick his pinky pickling cheapling peaches in an inch of pinch, or framing his famed French Finch photos?
Oh my God!
And Nick said, Randolph has impeccable tongue control.
Randolph is fantastic.
Randomly ridicules ribald ranchers. Tommy says Nick emptied his pockets only to reveal 3 German art films, and that's when the detective asked Nick, did Dick Pickens prick his pinky pickling cheapling peaches in an inch of pinch, or framing his famed French Finch photos? It's getting easier. Okay, Brewchugger says, dramatic Law and Order theme sounds while camera fades into Detective Stabler leaning over the table. And that's when the detective asked Nick, did Dick Pickens prick his pinky pickling cheapling peaches in an inch of pinch, or framing his famed French Finch photos?
Oh my God.
MFT says, I need a sound clip of that, Ruby.
Alrighty.
Pinky says Hugh Jordan felt faint and soiled himself as he passed out. Oh, I like that. Felt faint. That's pretty.
Felt faint.
Newt says, so a dog was at a bar licking his balls. And that's when the detective asked Nick, did Dick Pickens prick his pinky pickling cheapling peaches in an inch of pinch, or framing his famed French Finch photos?
You guys are just amazing. I am finding a word for you.
I want to see pictures.
Oh, pictures. Yes, that's what I'm finding. I'm finding a picture for you. And I actually had I added a whole mess of them today.
Well, we're at 55 minutes through.
We are. Okay. Well then,
By English metric time.
By metric. Oh, get out of there. There. Okay. Okay, guys, we're gonna end the 55-minute show right now. We're going to continue on with the more adult portion of the show. So if you ever want to come and join us live and be in the adult portion of the show, it's not really anything. We're just silly. We're just silly. So send me an email at thinkylane@yahoo.com, and we'll see you next Tuesday here live at the Ruby Tuesday show. I'll see ya. Bye. Bye.
Love you, Chapel Hill. Bye.
Bye, Chapel Hill. Okay, now.